I wanted to do a video of retro tech and a story to share. So, when I was in school, I failed Spanish. I didn't learn it. I think I got like a D or something. And the reason was because of this device. This is a Citizen Compact Pocket Portable TV. I'll show you more details of this. I used to sit there and watch the Jetsons instead of actually paying attention to Spanish. And this is coming back to haunt me because now I live in Florida. And of course, everybody speaks Spanish. Although it is my opinion that if you're in this country, you should speak English, damn it. But let me show you. This thing was so cool for the time. I think it was this was back when the technology was really small. All right. I mean, okay. So let's look at the picture here. By looking at it, you see a little screen and you see a speaker and an antenna. Um, Pretty simple, right? It's not what you think. The screen itself did not light up, so it doesn't work like just turn it on and look at the little screen. The way it worked was, let's see if we can get some pictures. This is somebody selling it. I saw a picture. It runs on 4AA batteries. Here we go. The way it works is you actually open it up, and there's the little tuning, VHF and UHF, and there's a bright here. You can change the brightness. You can switch it UHF, and then I think on the side, the volume's on the side, and then power switches on the left. So there's you put the headphone, and then the next jack is where you power it with an AC adapter. The tuning knob is also there in the volume. Antenna. Why is this not moving? That's the front. That's the bottom. But the way this worked was not what you think. So you open it up, and there's a mirror in the bottom. And the light from the room would pass through that little semi-transparent or translucent screen, and then a black and white image would appear in the mirror itself. So it was infinitesimally smaller than any other CRT or anything like that. It didn't have color. Color was really expensive. There was no backlight at all. You could not watch this in the dark. You absolutely needed light. And it worked great in direct sunlight. You'd be outside and you could watch the little screen. You could watch TV in this little tiny reflective mirror screen. It was so cool. And I had the headphone running up to my ear, like up my sleeve, and I was watching the Jetsons during Spanish class. But I just wanted to share that with you. This was a cool thing. I would buy this right now because it's only $20. The problem is it doesn't work anymore because they took away all the channels. There's no more analog TV. If this worked, I would have two or three of them because I just liked the design so much. And as time went on, I got more and more different pocket TVs. I went to the Sony CRT, which was really, really cool. Sony Pocket CRT. Now, it was the Watchman. Is this one right here? Now, this one actually had a CRT. I mean, this had a real cathode ray tube, and it ran on 4AA batteries. But the resolution of this screen was so good that you could actually like read text from a computer. And I actually had a computer that had composite out, and I modified it so it would work with this little screen. You could just barely read it. You could read it. Whereas the one that I showed you before, that was the resolution wasn't that good because it was pixelated. You could not read text. So the Sony was a step up. Um, and eventually they came out with color TVs, and then they finally decided to put a backlight. Now this one did work in complete darkness. The gun would shoot. So this the bottom piece. There's all the electron tubes. Then the screen was like a phosphor screen, and the electrons beamed onto the screen and scanned the image. It was so damn cool. This was probably 100 or 200 bucks back then, and that's $20. It's too bad it doesn't work. These things would still be working if only they were broadcasting on regular TV. Digital TVs suck because in the old days, you even if you had a partial signal and it was staticky, you could still watch it. But um, once they went digital, you even lose half the signal. The screen just cuts out, off on, off on. You can't watch it. The audio cuts out. So tempted to buy both of them and hang on to them, but I don't know how I would make it work. A modern pocket TV digital, which I do have one somewhere. Yeah, it looks like this, and like I said, you're not going to get the image unless you have a super strong signal. I don't live anywhere near a place to actually watch. See it. Those digital marks. That's you wouldn't get that with the analog. He's got a weak. He's got an antenna hooked up too. That's how crappy they ruined pocket TVs. So, thanks for watching. I'll bring out some more of these retro devices that I used to own.